This is a Thunder Game Report.
Through 5 years here now with the organization and the second half of the decade here in this organization, what have you, thinking back, what have you noticed about the way the organization's changed in my time?
Well, I think that we've obviously changed a lot with our personnel and the people who have come and gone. There's been a lot of players come in and out of here. But I think when Sam took over, he did a good job of I guess, he had a plan in place. And the thing that I think has separated him a little bit from other people who haven't done as well is he's been able to stick to it. He's very principled, and he won't stray from what he's trying to do. And then as it relates to us as players, there's a lot expected of us, and it's very, very, very clearly defined. And we've been good about doing the work every day to build something here. So I guess what I've noticed more is just how we've gotten better at it. And over the years, we've come to now where we have a culture that helps us. It helps us win games and helps us have success.
Nick Scott said that at least the guys that he's seen, it seemed like everybody has come back at least a little bit better than they were last season. From what you've seen so far, being around the guys again, would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's always tough to gauge in playing pickup games and the workouts we've had in September, but I think everybody's in shape and everybody's head is in the right place. And so we'll start tomorrow and we'll start building towards something. Hopefully that'll be great. And I think with us, it's a huge advantage that we have is the continuity that we have with most of our guys. And we can jump right in and get back to work and try to get better at the things we need to do to be a better team and try to get over the hump. Well, I think the first year, Kevin's rookie year in Seattle, was a tough year. He really struggled. He worked very hard, but he was trying to find his way. The team was in the midst of a lot of changeover. It wasn't the most stable situation for him. But I think that next year, that first year in Oklahoma City, we had a little more stability. He had another year under his belt, and he did some special things that year. So I can't point to one moment, but I would say in that year I realized he was going to be, one of the best.
Speaking of stability, last year you told me I've had lots of former teammates. Given the bouncing off this question, Nick's, what kind of advice do you give these younger guys to keep them going? Because you are a good franchise.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for a young player is, in part of becoming a professional, is realizing that you have to do the work every day. That's the biggest part, is showing up and being able to do it every day. It's a marathon. It's a long season and hopefully a long career. So I guess looking at each day as a investment in your career, as opposed to maybe in the past where it was like my coach is making me do this, or I really don't want to do this, but they're making me do it. This is what I have to do. Kind of shifting that mindset to this is an investment, hopefully in a long career, and it's what I put into it is what I'll get out of it. And then as it relates to the team, how I can help the team and be valuable to the team. So it's difficult for young players in this league just because the talent level is so high, but also just that how long the season can be and those things. So those are the biggest adjustments.
What do you want, guys? What do you think the team is get better? 160 games. Where do you think it is?
Well, I think for us, as it's been the last few years, is we've reached a point where we haven't been able to win a series we needed to be able to win. And a lot of that is execution. We still have a ways to go in decision-making and all those things. So I think for us, the key is to always try to take the temperature of the team and really, despite whether we're winning or losing, really look at ourselves and say, how are we playing? Are we playing the right way? Are we playing in a way that's going to help us win that tough series down the road? Are we building towards that? and I think that's the challenge in a long season is to always, keep pushing to try to get better at some of those things. We have very talented players, and we can try to rely on those guys to make plays all the time to win certain games, but we have to realize that in the long run we have to be able to really execute as a team down the stretch. So I think those subtle things and how we play, how we execute, attention to detail, those are the things that are big for us.
You seemed to develop a pretty good chemistry last year with Kevin Martin off the bench. How do you view the scoring potential now, losing a veteran scorer like that with younger guys?
Yeah, we've had some guys come and go here, and our job is to show up and show up tomorrow and figure out the best way to play. We have talented guys. The execution part and getting on the offensive side, getting good shots is what we have to be able to do. So I'm confident in our guys. I have a lot of faith in our team, and we've been through a lot together. So I think that I have faith that we'll figure out the best way to play. Losing Kevin will hurt us, but we have other guys that are talented, and it's our job to find ways to make everybody have a chance to succeed in what we do.
What are your impressions of Steven Adams and how he'll fit in the team?
Yeah, I've been with him a few weeks, just working out, but I've been impressed. I think he has all the physical tools. I like his mindset. I think he's definitely a guy that you look at with being his size and his age and a lot of things that you can do. You look at him, a guy who's got a chance to be really good. But kind of like what I was saying earlier, the big challenge for him will just be figuring it out and figuring out how to be effective, and that's every young player. So, but I've been encouraged by with what I've seen from him for sure.
Hey Nick, earlier this week, Sam was asked about you and your longevity with the team, and he summed it up as you're just a winner. Is there anybody, one of these young guys that maybe you've seen in that, you see that quality?
Well, I think all our guys want to do the right thing. Sam does it, or not just Sam, but the entire front office. They really put a lot of effort into trying to find out who these guys are as people and what their mindset is and what's their approach to the game. So we've got a lot of very solid guys here that want to do all the things to help the team and do things the right way. So I mean, all of our guys really. There's not a guy on the team where you're just like, I don't really like that guy. There's nobody like that. The hard part is figuring out how to be effective and how to use what you do to really help. So I think everybody wants to do it. I think it's just being able to figure out what's the best way I can help the team, help myself, those type of things.
That last year in Seattle, did you ever get reminders that Kevin Durant was 19 years old, or did he always kind of carry himself in a more mature way?
Yeah, no, he early in his career he struggled like a lot of young players do, just with some of the things I've talked about, just the physicality, the length of the season. I'm sure Kevin would say the same thing, that there was definitely a lot of tough days where he didn't feel great about his play. I've had that every year. We all have, but there was definitely, I guess, you knew he was young. He was 19, and I guess that whole year was a learning experience for him for sure.
How realistic is it to ask Kevin and Russ, can you guys do more after what we've lost in the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think the question needs to be is how can we get Kevin and Russ and all of our guys to function better as a unit. We can't rely on those guys to bail us out all the time, and it's just too hard. It's too hard to make that many incredible plays, especially in a playoff series. So I think our whole team needs to be, how can we play better as a team? We need to get, on the offensive side, we need to get more shots out of our execution and less out of our great players that we have. So I think we've known that for years, and we've gotten a lot better at that for years. It's just continuing the process and making sure our focus is on those things like that.